The taste of Kern's bread is like music to my ears.
What are the symbols for?
This is a very symbolic commercial.
I'm Roy H. Brown III, and I was the last chairman of the board and president of Kern's Bakery. Let me start off really in 1925. Peter Kearns was a German immigrant, and he had a little bakery on Market and Union, and it was called Peter Kearns. It's now where Tupelo Honey is, Market and Union, and the little hotel, the Oliver. Nice little place, and that's where it all started. My grandfather bought that in 1925, and he had a partner called Coleman. It was Coleman Brown. He built this bakery in 1931. The Henley Street Bridge wasn't even built yet. 1947, they bought and built the bakery in London, Kentucky. We bought two bakeries in Lynchburg, Virginia. One was a bakery plant and one was a cookie and cake plant. Basically, we had 5 bakeries. We covered from Washington, D.C., past Atlanta, went all the way to Nashville. In fact, we took care of the White House at one time with bread through an Army contract. We had 550 bread routes. We had 73 over-the-road transports delivering to the warehouse. 1,500 employees at one time. And then we were down to 3 bakeries, and that's where it should have been. That's what we in control. It was very, very good times. We, I think one time or another, we knew everybody's first name in the bakeries. And we were just one big family, and that's what we were so proud of. And the quality that we had in our product, nobody touched us anywhere in the country. We were the only bakery in the country that put buttermilk in our bread. I worked in the bakery. My daddy was a fanatic on, if you're going to one day run these bakeries, you're going to know every department of it. So, funny story, I went to every department in the bakery except the garage and the maintenance part. The good Lord above didn't give me the ability to screw a screw in, so I would have messed it up real bad. So, the merry-go-round, and I can't tell you the start date, but it was way back. A man by the name of Kern worked it. He worked the merry-go-round from day one, and he was a kid himself. He just loved kids. And it started from the standpoint of going to grocery stores when they opened up. You know, when the grocery store would open, we'd take the merry-go-round and let the kids ride it. And all the store owners just loved that. So that's how it started. Then it grew into people calling, "Can I have the merry-go-round for my kid's birthday party?" "Oh, sure, we'll do that." So that grew into one man sitting by the phone all day taking reservations on the calendar for the merry-go-round. And it was booked 1 year ahead of time. 1 year. And I'd have mamas, "Roy, I've known you all my life. Please, my kid's birthday's next week. I got to have it." I said, "Ma'am, I can't do that. It wouldn't be fair to the people that have it now." You know what? I'd get that all the time. But we did the merry-go-round for store openings and birthday parties. Then at Christmas, this was the best time. Right in front of the bakery, right here in the parking lot, we'd put the merry-go-round. Everybody would stop. I had the parking lot full of people stopping and letting their kids ride the merry-go-round. And parents too, they loved to ride the merry-go-round. Probably the greatest thing that we did in advertising, it's called AJ and Mavis.
Well, I was trucking bread up north of Pine Knot. Had a road full of holes like to bust my shocks. I had a Kern's bread 18-wheeler trying to jump 'em all day, hopping like a rabbit. Had a load of white and a load of wheat. They's guaranteed fresh and ready to eat. For Mama Kern's, fill her up and keep on a truckin'. Cafe, Bread City. Yeah.
I found them in Atlanta, Georgia. I walked by the Coach Hotel, the Coach in Atlanta, and I heard all these people just laughing and going crazy. I said, "Uh-oh, what is it?" I opened up the door, and I saw on the screen, it was Old Home Bakery, and that's Metz Baking Company out of Sioux City, Iowa. They were good friends of mine. I watched them they were so funny and so good. And I called Bill Metz when I got out. I said, "Bill, where did you do that?" Well, he gave me the advertising agents. I called them and got Davis Newman Payne. They were a big advertising firm here in Knoxville that did all our advertising. We worked up, I think it was 8 spots that we did. AJ and Mavis. Now, AJ's voice was C.W. McCall. You remember the man that did Convoy? That's who we paid to do the voice of it. And it was a love story between AJ and Mavis. We had to eventually put in the newspaper the time they were going to run on TV. We had so many calls. When's the next one going to be on? When's it going to be on? Well, I said, let's put them in the paper when they're going to be on.
We was trucking Kerns up north of Etowah, pouring down pitchforks and raining like I never saw. Had a Kern's breeder with a burnt-out clutch and 18 wheels in the mud. I was all strung out and old Sloan was a mess, so I got on the CB and SOS to meant the Mama Kern's fill her up and keep on her trucking cafe. Mayday. I says, breaker, breaker, this here's AJ. Then Mavis come on. Says, where are you anyway? I says, we're up north of Etowah in the mud. We could sure use a tow job. Do you copy? She says, loud and clear, keep your pants on, honey. Just sit right there and don't do nothing funny. We'll be there as soon as we can scrape the grill off and fire up the Chevy. 10-4 to love you. Well, we sat in that truck till 4:45. 8.5 a little white and old Sloan had a pie. And then Mavis and her mother and Mama Kern's wrecker arrived. I says, what kept you? She says, take it out of gear. Never mind where we've been. Just sit there and stare. Then she towed us on in till the Mama Kern's fill her up and keep on the trucking cafe. Yeah, Kern's is far out.